Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back, whether you're seeing me now or if you're watching on replay. I'm just now getting the stream started here. You'll see me in just a moment. I'm just getting a few settings set up here. I'm going to get a poll started too. So I got two ways I can play this tonight as far as the way it's going to show up on stream, and I want to see what you guys prefer. That's going to help me moving forward decide which way to play too, according to what suits you guys best as well. Just jumping on YouTube here real quick so I can get that poll started. And we're getting there slowly but surely. Surely my name's not Shirley. Always so many steps. Almost there. We're almost there. Alright, now that we're signed in, let's go ahead and pull up the stream. We're almost there. I heard myself there for a second. Let's stop the not the real stream, but yo, what's up, Quiet? How you doing, man? I'm about to start a quick poll here and then start playing real quick. Ah, you caught the reference. Hell yeah. I was thinking, probably, I don't think many people are going to catch that one, but you're awesome, Quiet. Thank you. Should I play full screen or in the blue theater mode? Making the poll here real quick. Full screen D2, blue theater, or we can call it town portal mode. Alright, and I'll show you what I mean by that real quick. I know you're already aware of it, Quiet, but with it being Diablo 2, it can be a little different. That's why I want to get some opinions and get your guys' feedback as we get started. So, this is full screen, right? You can see the whole game. Actually, let me adjust that just a little bit. There we go. Now it's full screen. And then I would, where am I at? Here we go. Then I would just pull myself in about right here. So this would be like full screen when I play, right? You get the whole view of the game. I'm just over here off to the side. Or I can go with the usual. And that's where we're going to be inside of this like blue theater, giant town portal. But you can still see the game too. Definitely want to see what you prefer and what other folks are going to prefer too. And I'm just picking up where we left off from the last stream. This is my single player Sorceress. And she had some good poison damage going. But it's so hard to beat the Act 2 Mercenary, especially on a new character. Let's see. What aura are we going to take with us in Act 2? We don't need Blessed Aim. I mean, it would help the Mercenary, and he's very tanky. He likes to be up close in combat. If you play this Quiet, I look really forward to it. This really benefits him. Pretty much what this is, it's 3 different spells that he gets that are passive. It always works. So prayer, that means me and him would both get extra life regeneration constantly. Or we get extra defense constantly. It's harder for monsters to hit us. Or I'm a caster. I won't benefit from this one, but this would give him a better chance of his attacks hitting the monster. I think I'm going to go with prayer. Every few seconds we get 5 hit points. I like to have a little health regeneration. And then how many prayer ones are available? Pray them in Jamali. We'll go with Jamali. We got to put some gear on them. I'll pull up chat here in just one second. Let me throw one of these on him. Slow attack speed, fast. Damage is pretty weak, but 7 to 26.
I'll put that to good use. I'll put that to good use. I'll put that to good use.
Okay, let me pull up chat here real quick. 67% are saying full screen D2. So let's try out full screen for a little bit. And we'll just go back and forth because as people pop in, they may not know of the other version too. And it'll only take me a second here. I can just get chat corrected right there. Let me pull this up here real quick. Good to see y'all in here. I appreciate you guys popping in. Just getting it started. What's up, Leo? What do you think of it, man? Season 2, that's got Love. That's her name, right? She's a pretty wild character. But since you haven't finished season 3, I don't want to spoil anything, but I think she's a great actress, and it's a really good season. Season 2 is one of my favorite. I'm just going to fix the chat here real quick on screen so y'all can see your messages same time. 1 second. I got that link now. And it's refreshed. There we go. Now messages will pop up over there by the health potion, the health globe. And then for those just popping in real quick before we start killing monsters, we can go this way, which is Blue Theater / Town Portal, or full screen. Either way is fine by me. I just want to learn as we go. Now that I'll be streaming Diablo 2 more, which one you guys are going to prefer that I play as. Either one's fine by me, though. Ah, you sent the Unk alert. Quiet, thank you. That always cracks me up. It's like a cleric. Yeah, so this is the Act 2 mercenary, this dude right here. So you'll see it when we go out in battle. His aura turns on. You know, we had those 3 options, right? It takes a minute for it to turn on. In fact, before I just start mowing monsters down, I like to get him up front. Where's some monsters at? Because once he's up front and he gets some pokes in... Whoa, I hate fire mages. Or archers. Watch for his feet. They'll turn blue. There it is. Now that that's turned on, our health's going to regenerate a little bit. Every few seconds we'll get 5 hit points. And the more he levels up, the more hit points we get for those few seconds. And you can check your tab here. So his prayer's level 4. Level 5, 6. It can go up to 20, but if you give him gear that's going to have bonus skills on it, it can go past that cap. So then we'll get like 30-something hit points every few seconds, which is a lot. It can be hard trying to make like these small decisions. They seem like small decisions, but they can make a big impact. He's taking some hits for me, but it really helps. He's almost dead. No, don't die. Don't die, Gemelli. These fire archers, they're vicious. He's dead. I'm out of mana. And I can't help it. I gotta keep up with you guys in chat. I just like chatting with you guys. That's one of my favorite things of live streaming is checking chat and talking with you guys. I won't spoil anything. Oh, it's your 4th time rewatching this series. My bad, dude. I thought you meant it was your... I thought you were rewatching that season. The whole series. For anyone just popping in, we're talking about the show You on Netflix. It's really good. If you're into like thriller. Now, I haven't seen all of Dexter. I'd say it's pretty similar to that show. It's kind of a thriller, serial killer. Except for this one's got the romance tied in it. Ooh, Eldarune. I know that sounds goofy to get excited about early on, but L and Eld runes actually get pretty hard to find compared to the other low runes. Like, you'll start seeing a lot more Orts and Taus and Souls, but your L and Eld runes don't show up as much. Kind of weird that they're a little more rare on the low rune side, considering they are the lowest runes. So we're doing the sewers so we can get that extra skill point, and in about 2 levels we can make a stealth. Start getting that strength ready, which we'll need a Tau and an Eth rune for. We'll have Countess help us out with that. And if you guys have any, those of you that play Diablo 2, even the little decisions, I want to know your take on. So I'm using an Act 2 Merc right now. I'm running through normal. I chose one that has prayer. I like getting that life regeneration and a little bit to help him too. I was torn between that and Blessed Aim. I could do Defiance. It'd be nice for our defense. But I don't think defense is really that big of a deal. I'd rather him have a better chance of hitting or us both get healed. Since I benefit off prayer too, I'm like, I'll go with prayer. Who's your favorite female character in that show, Leo? I think Love Quinn was a nice twist in season 3. Nobody doesn't want me to spoil anything, let me know, because I feel like saying a few things. It's a really good show. Rep life, 3 energy. I'm going to keep that rep life. So yeah, here's a quick decision here. This Trident, 16 to 29 damage. It's a lot more than this 7 to 26, but it's slow. Slow attack speed. Let's test it out though.
I'll put that to good use.
I mean, my minimum damage is going to be more than my maximum now. It is ethereal. I think it'll be pretty strong. We're set to players 5, just in case. Let's make sure. Yep. Bro, Joe Goldberg, I can't help but like. Dude, I know. They make oh, seeing a lot of folks voting for the full screen. Just checking the poll. They did a good job making you like the serial killer. Like, when you hear a character's inner monologue, to relate to like the small similarities, it's like, oh yeah. Or when you see flaws in a character that's about to be killed before they get killed, like, say someone's cheating. Like when you was seeing the therapist and the therapist was hooking up with his girlfriend. It's like, oh dude, what a crappy therapist. He's hiding it from his wife, and now Joe didn't kill him, he almost did. But in the moment it's about to happen, it's like, I see why Joe's doing that. It's like, no, that shouldn't be the way I'm thinking. That doesn't justify it. In the moment, though, it gets you so hooked in the show, like, yeah, that therapist sucks. That was actually John Stamos from Full House. That next P shrine? It sure is. Hang in there, buddy. Don't you fall on me. I'm coming. I think the challenge here is keeping my mercenary alive. And it's very well worth it. Keeps most of the attention off me. It's just he kind of wanders off, so wherever he goes, that's where I got to keep my focus. These chip gems, runes, I'll take all of them. Where's my... Okay. Forgot what my hotkey was for my Frost Nova. Some fire sorceresses won't put a point into Frost Nova. I think it's worth it, especially early on. If you're going to get a mercenary later with Holy Freeze, I can see going without it, but I do think it helps. Especially for hardcore. Alright, we got the waypoint. Got to save an extra skill point for teleport. Stamina. One more sewer, and then we'll fight Radamant. Mana pot. What do you guys think level 3 is? We came in from the south end. Let's check all the way right first. I'm surprised I still got this experience shrine. By the way, can you guys hear me okay? I just want to make sure.
Not enough mana.
Yo, what's up, Ken? 1 second, let me kill these ads here real quick and I'll check chat. Otherwise, I'm gonna get mowed down. No, they're gonna kill Gemelli. No! I'm not disappointed in him at all. I feel like I failed him. We got this. Might run out of mana. Yeah. Oh, it's such a tease. Out of potions. Let's grab the mercenary and stock back up. Being at a low level burns through pretty quick.
Good day.
We'll just do one healing potion and the rest mana. And then I'll check chat. Okay. I know. Poor mercenary. I feel like I'm doing a bad job being his protector. I feel like Season 2 of You didn't do LA enough justice. They only mentioned the touristry things. I don't know much about LA, honestly. It was a big difference from Season 1 being in New York. Now, I've only been to New York in real life once. That was years and years ago. It was cold. Got one of my favorite pea coats from there, though. How does the leveling work in this game? Let's see. Oh, yeah, from like zone to zone. It's pretty interesting and somewhat kind of hard to explain, but I would say it's
Help.
not too restricting, honestly. Let me give you an example here real quick. There's a lot of zones in each act, except for Act 4. All these are zones in Act 1, which is each act is a good portion of the game. But say from level 1 to actually all the way up to about 15 or so, the whole act, yeah, you'll get good experience. You can even get up to level 18 if you want to hang around for a bit. If you want to push it, you can even go to 20. It won't stop literally giving you experience for a long time. Now, there's certain thresholds where you'll get faster experience. For example, if I go to Darkwood at level 1, I'll get a little bit experience at level 1. But if I go there at like level 3, just a couple level difference, even though it's still a very low level to be there, you'll get a lot more experience. Same with Catacombs. Go down there at like level 3, level 4. Now you're getting more to where if you're level 1, you're not getting as much. So there is some threshold. It won't stop you from getting experience, but you'll get a lot more experience at certain breakpoints. Kind of look like a night smoke belt. I got excited for a second, like, oh, I got that?
Yes.
Alright, Deckard Cain. 3 to Dex, damage reduced by 1. We need all the gold we can get early on. Especially if we see a... Actually, I'll probably make a leaf out of this. Let's see how much further we can make it down here to Radamant real quick. Just to show those of you popping in chat real quick, For those that don't know what the other screen looks like, so you can vote on the poll, here's the other choice. This changes it up a little bit. Chat's a little bit bigger. It's kind of like we're inside the town portal. You can still see the game just fine. I'll run it for a second. Since full screen's winning the poll right now, we'll go right back to it in just a moment. But just to give those that haven't seen this yet an idea before they vote, if you change your mind, just go back to the other option too. But I'll be putting this poll up probably for about a week or so I can see which one you guys prefer. Wouldn't it be nice if you could hand your shrine over to your mercenary if it didn't benefit you? Like, I could throw him the combat shrine, or give him an experience shrine. Well, I would keep the experience shrine, but it would be pretty cool if you could do that. Okay, now let's jump back over real quick. I just wanted to show you guys real quick. If you want me to play in this mode, I definitely will. But if not, then we'll go to this mode. This is the full screen mode. Just checking chat real quick before we run forward. Oh, no joke. She likes him. I saw that he helped produce the show. The show You, that is. I think his name's... I almost wanted to say Sean Penn. His name is Penn. It's Penn. I forget his last name. I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue, but if you look at the credits when the show starts, his name's in the produced by. Wouldn't that be pretty cool? Have a show you want to make and then star in it too. You know what always kind of confused me is when folks make movies where they're the director of the movie but they're also in it too. Like, how do you... I guess you can choreograph everyone else and what they're supposed to do in their scenes and then jump in for yours. Call it directing, but someone's got to be behind the camera, right? When you're not there. If I could do any kind of acting, any kind of writing, what I would choose over any of it, directing, and I know it may sound silly to some, but I would love, and I mean this 100%, to be a voice actor. It would be so fun to play a voice for a character, whether it's for a video game, for a show, just to really get into your spirit and try to make that character alive as much as you can. That would be so much fun. I think being an actor in itself that'd be a lot of work. Not only do you have to be convincing with your soul and your emotions, you gotta portray it too. Plus, I just like video games and animation anyway, so. Trying to remember my hotkeys here. Steve Blum. If you guys know who Steve Blum is, he's a voice actor. That's a path I would have loved to have had. In Diablo 4, he's the voice of Mephisto. If you've ever watched the show Cowboy Bebop, he plays the voice for Spike, the main character. If you've played Mortal Kombat, I know most of you played Mortal Kombat here, he's the voice for Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat 11. He's been in like a lot of my favorite stuff. Oh dude, you got to be Mephisto, you got to be Sub-Zero, you got to be Spike. He gets to do all the cool parts. I'd like to get these strength points over with kind of early on and then focus on vitality. Let's see. Next level we get teleport. That's going to be so nice. I know for some of my Mortal Kombat folks in here that don't play Diablo 2 as much or see me play it as much, teleport's a game changer. You travel so much faster. Might look a little dizzy because you'll see me skipping frames, going to different spots. But when you're the person teleporting, it's really not that bad. Where's my static? I wish I could reposition my mercenary. Oh, emergency TP. No, Jamali! The poison might get him. It won't kill you in town, but it can kill your mercenary. Come on! Okay, thankfully it died off right before we got to Farah anyway. That was close. I thought we were going to lose him. Checking chat in the poll here to see what you guys prefer. Still at 75% for full screen D2. Here in a few minutes, I'm going to show the other way of playing too, because I see we get more folks popping in here. I want them to have their chance too to vote on what they want to see. Penn Badgley, thank you, Leo. I think that's a fair trade-off. We're talking Mortal Kombat fighters between Sub-Zero. Oh, I was about to go revive him. He's still alive. Scorpion can teleport. The Sub-Zero can freeze. You know, one's fast. Sub-Zero can also throw up ice clones. I feel like he's kind of like your chess player, if you play him right. He can slide too.
What a misguided monster.
Oh, socketed Bardache. 3 sockets. Gonna use that book. Give us an extra skill point. Talk to Atma.
They say
Now, whenever you go to vendors in Act 2, the prices will be a little bit cheaper. It's easy to forget about talking to her after you kill Radamit, but she'll save you some gold from the shop. I think he's doing good with his other weapon, the Ethereal Trident. It's got a lot more damage, so we'll go ahead and pitch this one. Maybe if we get the runes for it, we could cook up a Malice. Let's go ahead and sell this one. The Drain Life, that's the only bad thing about it. However, it doesn't apply to mercenaries, so it's actually just all beneficial. There's a stat on there that's called Drain Life -5. One of those cursed stats. I don't need dexterity. Well, for a shield, get a little block right in. I'm not going to do it. What am I thinking?
Allow me to advise.
I definitely want to get gold up if we can get a leaf, like a good leaf base. So, for y'all watching, it's got to be a staff that has 2 holes or 2 sockets, right? See, this one's got 3. That one's got 1. If it has any bonus to Fireball, that's going to be amazing, because I'm going to make a rune word into it called Leaf that's going to give me 3 fire skills. All my fire skills will be stronger. But if it also has Fireball in there in addition, which is the fire skill I'm using, it's going to make it even stronger. So it can take a bit sometimes. Like, look how nice this is. +3 to Fireball. This would be amazing to use right now. But it's 159,000 gold. I don't even have 4,000. That's okay, though. When we make a leaf, regardless, that'll give me that 3 to Fireball. With that said, we're eligible to actually wear a stealth now. Oh, I didn't grab the Black Marsh waypoint. Let's grab some runes so we can make a leaf and a stealth. And see, like this quiet, I'm back in Act 1, I'm a higher level in Act 2, but I can still get some experience off of backtracking. And I tell you, I'm really not used to this from single player. your map is loaded out from the last time you played. It's really nice. Doesn't look like I discovered the tower, though. That's a dark wood if I go too far. You know what? Hold up a second. As excited as I am to hit the tower to grab some runes to make some rune words, we're really close to level 18. It'll be a lot easier if we can teleport. Just checking on you guys real quick in chat. Since people are voting for the other one, and we're getting closer to halfway, I just want the other folks to have a chance to check it out. Let's play like this just for a little bit, and then I'll take us back to the other one if it's still at a higher percentage. No! It's always best to have him up front.
Not enough mana.
It does feel nice to not have to be so tense, because it's softcore. And single player, it's got the easiest way to play hardcore. If you're about to die, you can just go, phew, I'm good. Can't do that in multiplayer online. The game keeps going when you pull your menu up. Ooh, an ethereal helm. It gets poison off the other one, though. Just trying to get that level 18 so we can start flying. I appreciate you guys hanging out tonight. Ooh, special pack. It's 500% bonus experience. Almost there. That's such a tease. I think we got one kill. Then we can teleport. It's going to cost a lot of mana, but it's nice to have it. There we go. Let's try to save our mercenary. He grew level 2. And as far as gold, getting 2 wands. Oh, this one doesn't have any skills on it. We'll take the axe. See if we can make some rune words here real quick and then fly through Act 2. The axe goes for 225. And if you guys change your mind, say you voted to see it in full screen and now you prefer the other one or vice versa. Curious if one adapted to you more than the other. Yeah, there's some stuff in here I could buy that would be better. But I don't have that much gold to justify it. 3 open socketed kite shield, though. Ancient's Pledge. We'll be alright. Don't have the runes for it. So, let's go ahead and get teleport. I think we're good from there. We just need that fireball. For now. Fireball's so much fun.
Not here. Not in town.
Wait, Frost Nova. Okay.
Not here.
Trying to get my hotkeys adjusted. I got a new mouse coming in. This one doesn't have enough button. It doesn't have any buttons on it. It's got the middle of the mouse wheel. We're gonna need more mana than that. About to check chat real quick, guys, and then we're gonna start teleporting. %70 for full screen. Yo, what's up, Jesse? How you doing tonight? MK11's pretty fun. Okay, so you guys can see, those of you that have just jumped in here, the vote on the poll right now is to play in full screen. Right here is like the blue theater mode. This is inside the town portal. Or we go full screen. We'll go back to the other one if you guys prefer. If we, oh, I opened a TP. I lost my last one. That's okay. I think it was better to go from Darkwood anyway.
Not enough mana.
But yeah, I'll be doing that poll for a couple weeks. Now that I'm live streaming D2 more, I want to see what you guys prefer as far as display.
Not enough mana.
Okay, so we need, I was about to say we need two things here. The Black Marsh waypoint. And where's it at? We're looking for the Forgotten Tower.
I need mana. I need mana. Not enough mana.
Ooh, a little topaz.
Not enough mana.
It'll be a lot better when we're in the Forgotten Tower using teleport. It's close corridors, and in normal mode, the rooms are smaller.
I need mana. Not enough mana.
Out of stamina.
Not enough mana.
It's gotta be close by. Let's check up in this corner. If it's not up here,
I need mana.
then it's all the way to the right. Okay, it's gotta be. Yes, we need this. So how y'all doing tonight? Anyone else playing some Diablo 2? I don't have many people to play hardcore mode with. So I was thinking
I need mana.
I'd like to have a single player character to start collecting and playing on, and just to change it up.
This place holds many
And then next ladder I might try out softcore. Like to get a high level over there for some dueling too. Level 2, that was quick.
Not enough mana.
Level 3.
Not enough mana.
Level 4. Need to put fireball on. There we go. Ooh, small charm. Also, since we're about to kill Countess, we're gonna drop her down to players 1 so we can have a better chance at getting more runes from her. Floor 5. Here we go. Where is she? She must be on the left side. Got an Eth rune. We need that. And it's as easy as this. This is... You guys ever get this too? Where your character's darkened out? Like they're in the shade or something? That happens to me sometimes. I'm not sure why it does that. Pulling up chat here real quick so I can catch up with y'all. What's up, Significant? I really haven't listened to any music here in the past couple days. Let's see. Stuck doing dishes. So, oh, nice. Get to vicariously play some D2 for you. Always the last place you look. Yep, that happens to me a lot. Like, I'll discover the whole map except for one corner, and it's like, especially when you were really close to discovering it and it was just a pinch. That's happened so many times. The worst for me, in my opinion, is if you're doing like World Stone Keep and you discover all of floor level 2 and it was right next to the waypoint the whole time. Because it's like, how nice would it have been just to cut right there at the beginning and already be at level 3? These boots are definitely better. Anybody ever magic find normal in Dariel? Because technically you're going to get better drops from her. But it's like normal is not that bad anyway. At least until you start getting a little further. You know, Act 3, or late Act 3, like Travancore, Mephisto, Act 4 and 5. They'll throw a little bone in to be hard, but I don't think it's crazy enough to where it's like you need to start farming rune words immediately, but it does make the ride nicer. Okay, it's down here.
Not enough mana.
Imagine if you could do this online. Have the same map discovered, at least for private games. Or do you think that'd be too cheap?
Not enough mana.
People for years have said we should be able to change the difficulty online, like Players 2, Players 3. I'm going to play Devil's Advocate. I think it sounds nice. I really like the idea of it.
Not enough mana.
You get more drops, you get more experience, but I feel like you're going to lose a lot of your lobbies because people are going to make private games and crank it to Players 8. So I'm on both sides because I do think it'd be nice. At the same time, it would suck to see the list go down any further than what it can be, especially later in the season. Let's see what rune she gives us this time. Rune time. Sometimes she drops none. Did she already die? Oh no, there she is. Eth, Rao, and Tau. Hey, that was a good one. 3 runes.
Greetings.
We'll keep that trident just in case. I don't know that I want to make a rune word in a 2-open socket trident. I feel like this ethereal one with some extra damage is probably going to be better anyway. Sorry if it sounds like I'm arguing with myself out loud. Alright, see what runes we got cooking here. Rao, Tau, Eth, Tur, Eld. It's like, do we go for a leaf first? Do we go for a stealth? We're getting a little more gold. Be really cool to find a base real quick for leaf that already has at least +1 to fireball on it.
Good day.
Let's take a gander. And to save time, I just check the sockets first. I'm not going to get my hopes up by seeing one that has 3 fireball on it and try to look for the magic stats on it. Let's go straight for the sockets.
Ask and learn.
I mean, +1 to teleport. If I can't find one after a few tries, it's like, well, would be really cool to have one that at least has something beneficial, like a point or 2 to frozen armor, or +1 to, not +1. I can't talk. Plus to energy or plus to mana. Let's see, here we go, +2. 3 to fireball. 2 sockets, 3 to fireball. But I don't have the gold for it. 60,000 and we got 15,000. What do I do? No, that's such a tease. I had a feeling I'd see like one that's like +1 to fireball with 2 sockets, and I'd be like, all right, cool. I can afford that. We're good. Let's see. I could sell all my equipment. Not could I? No. What's on swap? Ghoul Whirl. And a buckler. None of this stuff is going to get me that staff. Come on, Drognan. I'm trying to save you guys from Duriel. I think that's the game's way of saying, chill out, just get a stealth for now. Alright. Let me catch up with chat here real quick. Yeah, Frozen Arma. I broke my speech there for a second. Let me check the poll here. Let me get your guys' feedback real quick. With some more folks popping in here. Sorry for you guys that have already heard me say this a couple times. With the vote at 67% full screen, if you'd like to see what the other mode looks like, theater mode, this is it. You can still see the full game, but it's kind of like we're in the town portal, right? Hey, Thor, how's it going? It's going good on this end. I appreciate you asking. I just got teased. Let me show you something real quick. I'm playing a Fireball Sorceress, right? I'm trying to make a Leaf. Get that 3 extra fire skills with +3 Fireball. That'd be 6 bonus Fireball. And it can take a while for me to find that base sometimes in the shop. And right here it is. +3 to Fireball, 2 open socketed staff, but I don't have the gold for it. So that's where I'm at. I'm doing good, by the way. I'm doing really good. I'm like, oh, I'm teased. So I'm getting some runes right now from Countess to make some rune words to get me through the game. I feel like the game's like, make a stealth, come back for Leaf. So I'm going to kill Countess a few times. Let me check the poll here, see what you guys prefer real quick. Check them both. I'll have to make the poll over on Twitch too. Add the votes in. Still at 67%, so for the time being, we'll just go back to full screen. If you guys want me to go back to that screen, we will. So let's go ahead and make a stealth. Tau. Eth. Oh, I got a single player chronicle to complete now. This is going to really help though. Faster run walk, faster cast rate, faster hit recovery. A little more of that regenerate mana like warmth. Even that 15 stamina help a little bit whenever our teleport gets fried. It's my Merc using 1 to strength.
I'll put that to good use.
Give him some hit recovery. Where'd I put my Red Bull at? There it is. So how y'all doing tonight? I'm really enjoying this. That was a really good Countess run too. She dropped 3 runes. What was it? Rao, Tau, and Eth, I think. Now that we're upgrading, let's try it again. In the last video I just did, for those that don't know, yeah, I can notice the run walk difference. If you're going to make a stealth out of any armor in Act 2, I would do breastplate, because the rest of them are going to slow your faster run walk down. Ring mail's 5%, chain mail's 5%, split mail, it's all negative 5% run walk. Scale mail's negative 10%. So think of those because you're going to get 25% bonus. Breastplate has no penalty. So you're going to run the fastest with the breastplate or any of the armors from Act 1. If you get lucky somehow and find a light plate, like this early in the game, like Act 3,
The monastery.
then
On Dariel's
definitely do that if you don't plan on using it for something else. Whoops. We got the Black Marsh waypoint now. Here we go.
I need mana. I need mana. I need mana. Not enough mana.
This one guy that played online, he named his sorceress I Need Mana. He's like, she says it all the time. I was like, that's pretty good. Alright. This is so simple. I love having the map already filled out.
Not enough mana.
We'll build up the gold too, because I do want to make a leaf base. Or sorry, make a leaf. Just curious too, guys. How's the game volume sound for you? I just turned it up a little bit. If you could, let me know if it's too loud or if it sounds about right. She likes to hide in this corner, doesn't she? Eldon Rao. Take any magic items right now. That way we can sell them. And quiet, and for those that are used to my Mortal Kombat videos that are newer to Diablo, or just newer to Diablo in general, I like sharing like things like this, what I'm about to share right now. Repeat certain areas is very beneficial, like how I'm killing Countess over and over, because she drops runes. Other monsters in the game also drop runes, but at a very lower rate. Even ghosts. And those are some of the monsters that drop runes the most. Countess is that one monster that will always, almost always, drop runes. Only issue is, let's sell that in Act 2. Unless it sells for less than 5k here. Sorry, I'm trying to get my gold up. Oh. However, in Hell mode, the furthest mode you can get in the game, she gasses out kind of early on runes. Like your best runes, she really won't drop. She can, but she's like any other monster at that point. It's just very hard to get it from her. Build that gold up.
I need mana.
I'll kill some of the champion packs on the way for the magic items. This right here, I'll just share this real quick. This spot right here, the Forgotten Tower, not the Tower Cellar, not the Black Marsh, but this spot right here, if you're going to play online and you have a second copy of the game going and you want to use bow on yourself and you want to keep your barbarian in a safe place, this is it. If you don't feel like using the waypoint every time, just leave him down here because, well, unless there's other players in the game and you're playing hardcore and you don't want him to die, don't do it then. But if you're wanting to use battle orders on yourself and not have to worry about monsters getting to you and not using waypoints, just have him sit there. Okay. Let's go to Tower Cellar 3.
I need mana.
I'll check chat here right after this kill too. That's one thing I'm going to get fixed. Is while I'm playing this, I'd like to be able to see your guys' messages too at the same time. So when I hit town, that'll be my time to go back and forth. Oh no, we're low on mana. We'll be alright. I missed with one of them. Rao, I'm not mad. Any of you guys play non-ladder online? If you do, and you need a Sunder Charm, even if you just want it and you want to convert to Reign of the Warlock, if you want a free one, I'll give you one. was playing earlier today and someone came in and dropped like 7 Sunder Charms. I'm like, what? Alright.
Good day.
They need to be renewed, but they're still free Sunder Charms.
Good to see you.
Man, these magic items aren't giving us much, are they? As far as gold. See how much gold we do have. Maybe we'll... Well, I still don't have a lot of gold. Let's combine all of it just to get an idea. 24K. I really want to make a leaf. That's strange having greater mana potions, but only being in Act 1 and 2. The volume's good. Ist isn't bad. I'd be happy to get a mist from her. I was doing Countess runs about a week or two ago and got a Mal from her. Yeah, she can drop up to low. It's very hard for her to drop it, but she can. And then, of course, she can drop the rest if you terrorize her. But it's still really hard to get anything else. For those just chiming in, I see that it's starting to lean more towards the other direction now. So I'll run it for a few. Again, I'll go back and forth between these for a couple weeks and see what you guys prefer the most. I could make it in this staff that is leaf, but it's 3 to fire bolt.
Good day.
It is 1 to frozen armor. I can already hear myself talking myself into it.
Not enough
Leaf
mana.
is very powerful.
Not enough mana.
Oh, wait a minute. Ah, that wasn't worth it. Always worth a shot. Another special pack. Come on, Countess. We'll kill her 1 or 2 more times and we should be good. I accidentally drank that greater mana potion. It's crowded down here. Talonith. That's pretty good. Anything to sell? Where's that special? There she is. Eagle Orb, Targe. Bardache.
Not in town. Greetings.
Man, what? I'm only getting like 100 gold off these items. Oh, they're all 100. At least this one's 1,000. Dang. I love Act 5. And Fire Sorceress is probably my favorite to play. Fireball is very addicting. Check the poll over here too. I might just make... Let's check real quick. See if we can get at least one to Fireball. I know I can afford that, unless there's a bunch of other skills on there. I don't think his shop reset. I don't see any sockets on those staffs. You know what? It's not like it's hard to make a leaf anyway. Yeah. One more. One more. It's kind of like gambling. Greetings, Drognin. Give me a good staff. All right. You know, I'm not going to jump on it right away. We still got a couple levels. Let's build up our gold. Let's go power through Act 2. We got the runes for it. Need that mana. There we go. Just checking chat before we start teleporting. How many votes are we at in total so far? 13 votes? Okay. That's really not bad. We're in full screen right now, right? Oh no, we're not. Here. Since that's what's winning right now, we'll go to full screen.
Not enough mana.
Let's go get the cube.
Not enough mana.
I'm happy with where we're at, though. We got a stealth. When we hit 19, that's only one more level. We'll make a leaf. Duriel's going to be a piece of cake.
I need mana.
So those of you in here that do play D2, do you have a preference over single player or playing online? Ooh, Elrune. I feel like that sounds like I'm getting too excited over such a small rune, but I can't help it. Ooh, Elrune.
Not enough mana. Not enough mana.
Well, now here's the nice thing about a well. If you're ever cursed, poison, of course that'll clear it, right? But also if you're mercenary and your summons, if they're feeling any of that too, a well purifies everyone and heals everyone. Got the waypoint. Now we just got to find the halls. There it is. Halls of the Dead. Checking chat real quick. I've almost played entirely online, but now with the Chronicle, he did start a hardcore solo self-found character. Nice. Now that you say that, honestly, I should have made my Sorceress hardcore. I love hardcore. It's still exciting to... It makes you want to prep. That's what I love about hardcore, is you don't run into things... like you do have to be a little methodical about it. It makes you pay attention. Softcore, when my health starts dropping, I'm like, oh, well, I gotta heal, you know? But in hardcore, you know, you're really thinking about all your actions. At the same time, you know, they got their ups and downs. Like, this is nice for late night play right now. Like, I don't have to be, like, completely locked in, but they both really do have their ups and downs.
Not enough mana.
I remember the first time I ever played hardcore, I was like, I just want to test this out and see how far I can make it in Act 1, because I think I'm going to die. I was like, wait, this is actually really cool. Like, I'm going to sit back and gear up a little bit. Then I'll do Cold Plains. And I was taking it way too serious. I still do to an extent, of course, but that's really what got me into it. Was playing it a different way and how much it got me into it.
I need mana.
Got the waypoint. That was a quick find.
Not enough mana. I need mana.
I know I'm not killing many monsters in here right now. I'm going straight for that cube. I think we'll get more of that experience around the time we hit, say, Arcane Sanctuary and the Tombs. I think we'll bump the player count up because one more level will have Leaf. And then when we make the scaling stronger, the experience will be better. I think it's better now just to... It's really nice to make the adjustments on single player.
I need mana. Not enough mana.
Ring, a club, and a cube. And an emerald. I caved in and I ordered a chair for when I stream in here. This is my game room, and right now I'm using a patio chair. It's not bad, but I look forward to it. Got a little theater chair, just so it can recline a little bit. I'm surprised I'm able, just off this little arm right here to the side, this mouse is working. 2 to dexterity, good for a little gold. That's a nice feature too, isn't it? Hold shift and compare it with your other rings. I'm so used to the classic way of manually looking at them. Need more mana than anything. Up real quick. Glacial Spike. That's okay.
Not here.
So we got Dry Hills, we got the cube. Now we just got to get the staff and the amulet. I think most people can agree. Not all, but Maggot Lair is one of the least desired zones in Diablo 2, including every act.
I need mana. Not enough mana.
I like zones that are somewhat open, but not too open. Like Dry Hills, not the biggest fan of Dry Hills. Chaos Sanctuary or River of Flame, I like that it's opened up a little bit, but not too much as far as your pathways.
I need mana.
When I think of Diablo 3 and Diablo 4, I feel like a lot of their areas are like this, where it's very open, or it's kind of like a lot of tunnels. I don't want to say like Maggot Lair tunnels, similar in the directions you go, and then they're opened up a little more as far as their dungeons. Anybody else here play Diablo 3 or Diablo 4 in addition to Diablo 2?
Not enough mana.
One of these days I'll get around to playing Diablo 4 more, but oh, I just prefer Diablo 2. And it's going to take a lot for me to be like, I'm not in the mood for Diablo 2, you know? At the same time, it's a good feeling knowing when or if that day comes, it's like, I can play some Diablo 4 for a bit. And I played it with my daughter. We beat the campaign mode. We started touching the end game content, and she was like, yeah, it's okay, you know? I'm like, yeah, I'll jump on some Diablo 2.
I need mana. Not enough mana.
Got another waypoint here before we hit Maggot Lair. Just doing a quick chat check. I see that. You know, I haven't played single player in so long, but I'm enjoying this for the freedoms that you get. Being able to scale the difficulty at any time, being able to refresh the game with the same layout that you discovered. There's some really nice personal benefits. D3 especially, I hate to say it, I was very let down by Diablo 3. Now, I can understand people that are new to the series playing it, especially if that's their entry game. I get it. But for what Diablo 1 and Diablo 2 are, you can really tell that it's a much different game. It's a different team. There's big differences between Diablo 1 and Diablo 2, but you can still tell the traces are there. Especially with simple things like sound effects, drinking potions, using the menu, you know, the whenever you select something. Here's a thinker: if you had to pick between Deathly Hollows from Harry Potter and the One Ring from Lord of the Rings and Shinnok's Amulet from MK to have for yourself, which one would you pick? Well, I wouldn't want the ring if I have to go drop it in Mordor. I'd go with the amulet. As long as it's not the duped one. What would you pick? Make sure. Yeah, let's get a couple mana pots and hit Far Oasis.
Allow me to advise you.
That's true too. That's true too. I think that makes sense. It's what we grew up with. This was our introduction to it. I've noticed there's some players that played Diablo 3 or Diablo 4 first that came to Diablo 2. And props to the people that do try Diablo 2 or Diablo 1 after starting with Diablo 3 or 4. Because they're open-minded enough to be like, hey, what's the craze about? Or, you know, I just want to try it out because I enjoyed the other one. But usually the complaints I hear from the folks that prefer the newer ones, that started with the newer ones, is that Diablo 2, mostly Diablo 2, because most people just try 2 and not 1, is it's slow. Like it feels like clunky slow, which I can kind of get that with the 25 FPS underneath all this. And the difficulty, the learning. I shouldn't say the difficulty too, but the learning curve. Only because
I need mana.
Diablo 2 doesn't really hold your hand or really give you much tips. I feel like Resurrected tried by giving, well, Classic did too with the tooltip. But the things in the game that really matter, they don't share that with you. So if you're jumping in for your first time, but we all made those mistakes the first time we played, right? Like, you know what? I'm going to put some points in energy, dexterity. This time I'll do strength. I'm going to do energy and vitality next time. Like, our stat distribution was, at least for me, was really wacky. So, my very first character was a necromancer. I played online.
Not
dial up. Man, where's the maggot lair at? We'll find it. My first online friend was a barbarian. And this was classic Diablo 2. This was before Lord of Destruction. And he had a maul. And he was using leap attack. This was before I had even seen Whirlwind. But how I saw him jump and just crush things using a maul, I don't even know if it was a bone snap. I just thought, dude, because I was so used to Diablo 1, like King's Sword of the Haste, King's Sword of the Heavens. I thought everything revolved around the best weapons, like for any class. And I found just a regular maul and made sure I had enough strength for my necromancer to put that maul on. So then I had some skeletons. I was in Act 3, and I was running up to monsters with my necro, just smacking with my maul really slow. But I thought, I'm off to a good start. But that was me being a newbie, you know? I cherish those memories. I think that's part of the experience, is being like, there's so much to this. There's a lot to learn, but in a fun way. The cow level, partying up, I think it's a kind of a thing of the Wild West now that they don't do anymore in games like you do in Diablo 2. Even Resurrected, I don't like how they simplified it. When you join a game online in Diablo 2 Resurrected, it automatically parties you up unless you manually turn it off in the party. And then people, you're going to get judged if you leave it turned off and you have to ask for an invite, like, at least in hardcore anyway. It depends. Some folks like the convenience. I get that. What I also really miss in the classic Diablo 2 days before Resurrected, oh, we got a Dark Glow. It's exciting. I'm not going to put it on myself, but we'll put it on the Mercenary. All resistance is 10. None of his reses are maxed yet for that bonus res, but still all res 10 with some defense. A little bit of attack rating, that makes me feel better. A little more defense against melee. Let's see his character sheet. Oh, 3 to light radius. That comes from Dark Glow. It's a cool armor. Back in classic D2, I used to root for Dark Glow. Like, more people should like Dark Glow. Everyone's obsessed with Twitch Throw. The green studded leather armor unique. And it is, understandably. It gives all that extra block rate. Gives you strength and dex. But I thought the maximum res, as important as resistances are for CS runs, they should get a little more love. But 5% compared to what else you can get, I understand why it's not that big of a deal. Is level 2 up here? No, it's a blank room. At least we're in the maggot lair now. It did take a minute to find it. I'm going to check chat here real quick. So we're still at 62% for the poll. Yes, you get it. You get it, Black Dragon. So for me, here's the funny thing. I was okay. I was allowed to play Diablo 2. But when World of Warcraft came out and I brought it up, it was misheard. My mom was like, witchcraft? World of Witchcraft? I don't know about you getting this witchcraft game. It's like, if only you knew I was playing Diablo. And then when that did come up, I was like, the cool thing about this game, you know, I had to doctor it up. I'm like, you're actually going to church in Diablo because there's a demon trying to take it over, and you have to go down there and you have to save the town and the church. You know, just trying to spice it up a little bit in a good way, and it worked. I was fine to play Diablo. I did end up getting World of Warcraft as well. You know, I had to make the correction, like, it's not witchcraft. It's not witchcraft. It's not what you think. My cousin grew up in a very Catholic house, and he was never allowed to get Diablo, but I always let him play over here. And to this day, he plays. I actually think it made him want to play it more. because he started with Diablo 2 playing over here. Then I showed him Diablo 1. And then he would just ask details about it, and I could just tell he was so interested. Then he would text me, hey, where can I get Diablo for PS1? This is, more recent years. It's a good question. It's been a long time since I've seen a physical copy of Diablo 1. Probably eBay. And he did end up getting it. Which Diablo 1 for PS1 is a really cool experience. That was one of the first ways I played Diablo, was on PS1. I played it with my friend. We played co-op. You couldn't party with each other, and there was friendly fire, but it was a lot of fun. Somehow it just worked. With as many monsters as there were, and not being able to leave each other's screen, both of you killing monsters together, you would both level up. There you go. There. See, we all had our own ways of pep talking why we should be able to play Diablo. Got to give props to the parents though, because they were just looking out for us. Being a parent now, it's like my daughter wants to use TikTok. I'm like, I don't want you uploading on it. If you're wanting to watch videos, she's getting a little older now, and that's fine. I know there's going to be trends on there I don't care for, but I don't want to completely shelter you either. Hence, I play Diablo with her, I let her watch shows and movies. I'll take her to see horror movies. I had a good childhood. This game never drove me crazy or anything, Thank you for sharing that, by the way, because that brings up great memories. Yeah, my cousin was sharing with me. He's like, because unfortunately Diablo 2 doesn't have cross-play. So it's got cross-progression, right? But he's playing on PlayStation, and I'm playing on PC. I'm going to have to get PS Plus. Though recently he's playing Diablo 1. Let's see, we're 19 now. We can make a leaf. We're getting a little bit more gold. Let's see how much we have. Not enough. We can see if we can find one that has +1 fireball. See if we can afford it. None of them are even socketed. We'll just try a couple times. If not, I'll just build it into the staff we're using. It's such a tease because it has 3 to firebolt on it. And you would think 6 points into firebolt would be powerful, but fireball is just so much stronger. 2 to firewall. 2 to teleport. That's actually pretty cool, but it's so expensive. Charge bolt? No. Come on, Drognin. I remember playing World of Warcraft, and I did have fun on it. But there was things about it that I didn't like. In fact, I compared every game to Diablo 2. Joining games, the randomization of maps and monsters, drops, even the names of items. It's like, ooh, there's so much to really take in. Like Zodiac, for example, that movie that was made about the Zodiac killer. Just seeing the name, my first association with Zodiac was through Diablo. Diablo 1, Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac. That was a big ring back then. Or still is. Oh, 2 to fireball. And we can't afford it. So I'm not going to sweat it, because we don't even have half the gold for it. Almost, but we don't have it. And there's no other skills on there. This would have been a really nice one. Wait, what if I sell my armor? That's my stealth. It'll still put us 20,000 out. kind of sad. I'm not trying to show it, though. I'm not sad. What would you guys do if I started crying a little bit? I'm seriously not that sad. Dang it, that's such a tease, though. I should have been farming for more gold. We'll get more gold, though. I do see we have some more folks popping in here. I do want to share what the other screen looks like since we're getting closer to 50-50. I've never played Dungeons & Dragons online. Which would you pick, Diablo 2 or Dungeons & Dragons? I played Warcraft 3 too. I want to show you guys the other transition here. This is what's being voted between in the poll. We can play like this. Inside the town portal is like how I like to think of it, like the blue town portal. You can still see the full game up there, but if that's not large enough as a screen, especially for those of you watching on mobile, you may prefer this. I did want to share that real quick, though, because as we get more people in here, they're not going to understand this poll without me sharing it. Let me run it like this just for a moment so they can get a feel for it, because it's close. If it was like 80% full screen, I'd be like, okay, well, I'm not even going to bother switching back and forth. I am going to try this for a couple weeks. That is with the poll and doing this to see what you guys prefer now that I'll be live streaming Diablo 2 more. Because I like both of them. I want to see what you guys prefer. I don't know why I'm taking that off to make it. I don't need to do that. Let me see where we're at. 60%. So that was a vote already for full screen. So let's just go back to full screen. Stony Tomb is close to town. Pick up a lot of rings. Amy's true. True. Let me... Boom. There we go. All right. Let's make a leaf. 3 to fire skills. It still has the 1 to frozen armor that was already on it, so that is nice, because I use frozen armor. Makes it... Oh, wait. Did I not put a point in it? This whole time I've been using that point without actually putting a point into it myself. Oh. No, I want that. Okay, so now it's level 2 because of the bonus. Sorry. Cold Res 33 and 2 to mana after each kill is so nice. Look how cool that looks. 6 to Firebolt. But look at the difference. A level 16 Firebolt is going to do 62 to 85. And my Fireball is 147 to 181. I'm still doing over double damage with Fireball. Still cool to see, though, just for aesthetics. Leaf is a very cool rune word. For those of you popping in, playing a single player, we're in Act 2. Wanted to make some gear as we got through it. I killed Countess a few times, so we made a leaf. We made a stealth. These runes were very easy to get off Countess. Makes going through the game a lot smoother. I really haven't bothered much with the rest of my gear except for what I found on the way. You know, just like a little life and mana cap, which actually... I was going to see if there's another 2-socketed helmet. If I had to chip sapphires, I'll make mana helmets early on because you really need mana. You burn through it so quickly. Okay. Okay. You know how I think we're going to get more gold now? So if we bump it up, let's try player 7. That's going to give us max drop rate. So at least we'll see more items. And let's go ahead and teleport to Lost City so we can get the amulet.
Not enough mana.
Now,
I need mana.
in between, I'll be checking chat periodically. Next stream, my goal is to have it to where I can see it on my TV while I'm playing. I chose to stream on my TV because I used to do my live streams on my computer, But I work on my computer. Wait, I almost missed it. It's up here.
Not enough mana.
I'm not complaining about working on a computer, but doing that for a job and then going from that to streaming in the same room, it's a nice change up to have a setup in a game room and actually be a, you know, it separates me from my work area.
Conjure an eclipse. Not enough mana.
And I really like this.
I need mana. Not enough mana. Not enough mana.
Felt like my cast rate was really low, but yeah, it was my mana struggling to keep up.
I need mana. I need
We're going to
mana.
get some more mana pots. Should be getting close to Claw Viper Temple.
I need mana.
And what would you guys choose right now between a mercenary? Would you say prayer or blessed aim? I would lean more towards blessed aim if it benefited my character too. It's nice for the mercenary to be able to hit more often. Just checking chat real quick before we hit some more teleports. Hey Kai, welcome in. How you doing? Oh, Thor, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes. Went to town, grabbed potions, made leaf, and completely forgot I was still in the maggot lair on the way to the staff. Okay. Thank you.
I need mana. I need mana.
Kai, how are you doing tonight?
Not enough mana.
Oh, I did get the staff, or did I not? Did I not open the chest?
I need mana. I need mana. I need mana. I need mana.
Oh, I didn't. I opened the chest, but I forgot to grab it. Thank you so much. Good looking out. I would have been perplexed by that, like, why? Where's my staff? I did the maggot layer. Thank you.
Approach and let's trade.
They did a really good job with the remake graphics, didn't they? I like how they added the detail where it looks like ashes that float through. They didn't have to do that, but I'm really glad they did. Or like the waypoint. If you look at the flames, like the blue flames on the sides, and there's a little bit of fog in the middle of the waypoint, those little added details, I really like that. One thing I'm really looking forward to doing
I need mana.
is hooking Diablo 2 Resurrected up to the 5.1 surround sound. Since the audio's been remastered, I want to hear how this game sounds in the living room system.
Not enough mana.
Okay, is this it over here? No, that can't be right. Might be the right direction.
I need mana.
You can definitely tell the difference in audio if you play Classic or LOD and you switch between the two games. Classic sounds more quiet.
Strong magic within this.
No, I'm sorry, it sounds more loud. Everything's front, where everything's spread out with the remastered audio. So I look forward to actually hearing the different effects in different speakers. Player 7, he's doing pretty well. The mercenary, Jamali. Testing him out real quick. He's not using anything special. It's a rare trident. It's ethereal. Which for those newer, ethereal means Once it breaks, it's done. You can never repair it. But there's a bonus to it being ethereal. All weapons that are ethereal get a 50% enhanced damage bonus. All ethereal armors get a 50% enhanced defense bonus. So they're always stronger, but they're limited time. Some items you can get lucky on. You can get a stat that repairs the durability once every half a minute. That way it doesn't break. Make a safety TP here. I'm getting clipped. I had to use my rejuvenation on him. Not gonna forget this time. This is a nice spot for a caster.
Not enough mana.
Okay. Let's see if we can make some money out of this. We've got a smoked sphere. We really didn't get a whole lot of magic items, did we? Ooh, Grand Charm. That was worth that one last kill. Even if it's a bad charm, at least it should be about 1,000 gold. That's really my thing right now, is needing more gold. Be able to make a better leaf soon. Yeah, we got room. Let's see. Think we're in good shape. We can go ahead and make that staff. And then I'll check chat here again real quick, and I want to check the poll, see what you guys think. 3 to strength. Yeah, we'll sell it. We don't get much gold out of it. If it was a smaller one, 2,000. I'm not getting much luck on finding magic items that are selling for much. And magic weapons don't sell for much. Like 300. Unless it's a wand or a staff or anything that's going to give bonus skills to a class. 1 to max damage. I'm fiending for some magic finding gear. For gold. Okay, we got the full staff. Now I'm getting excited. Maggot Lair, I like to just knock it out and get it done. I really like the Claw Viper Temple, but the Harem and the Arcane Sanctuary, those are fun. Actually, let's do a quick Frozen Armor. Recharge. Wait. And grab some more mana. And I'll do a quick chat check real quick. By the way, those of you new here to the stream, thank you so much for popping in. I don't stream Diablo too much, but starting now forward, I will be. So if you're new here, welcome in. There's a lot more new people here. You're not alone. Let's see. I'm good, thanks. Just chilling. It's interesting to see you play something other than MK. It's definitely a nice change up. I love Mortal Kombat, but Diablo has always been where I shine at, if I can say that. Don't want to say that and sound cocky, but in comparison, if you see me play Mortal Kombat online, I'm a casual player.
I need mana.
Diablo 2 is where my heart's always really been tugged. There's so much to this game and so much I learned from it, both in the game, and as silly as it sounds, there's some life lessons I got out of this game too. The first time I ever got scammed was in Diablo 2. There's many ways someone can make you think they can help you dupe your items. Never fall for it. In any game, don't fall for it. My daughter got scammed in Roblox. She was playing a pets game. Adopt Me, that's the name of it. And she had some rare pets. And there was someone trading with her that said, hey, You have really nice pets. I can dupe those for you. We can both have the pets you have, and I'll make another one for you too. And she took them up on it, and of course they just kept it. There's scummy people out there. There's a lot to learn from playing online with other people. I mean, even without being scammed, you can figure that out by playing hardcore or softcore. People that just come in and hostile you. But I'm glad that you can do that. There's a freedom to it. In Diablo 3 and Diablo 4, I don't like that it's contained. Like, you don't have to worry about being hostile. There's a small little zone on the map where everyone can go to fight each other when you're ready. It's like, I like the danger that anywhere in the game, you can be hostile except for town. It was very rough in the beginning. There used to not be a delay on taking waypoints and portals when you hostiled someone. So, an embarrassing way I died one time was someone dropped so much gold on the waypoint in the frigid highlands. But it was all piles of 1 gold, but it covered up my whole screen. So it looked really shiny and fun. And I'm just clicking away like, oh, this is cool. And then I got hostile and he came down there and just nuked me instantly. And I felt like such an idiot. That's how we learn. I've got scammed and I've fallen for some dumb tricks. Well, the oil gas potions was that was a nasty one too. That was a bug though. If you opened up a TP like this and you had a gas potion in your hand, if you threw it over a player's head and went to town before it hit the ground, it would cause them to lose their connection. But they wouldn't drop out of the game immediately. It would give you time to go to town, hostile them, come back, and they would still be standing there. You could just kill them and they couldn't do anything. It didn't take a program, you know? It was a bug in the game. Oh, actually, that last video I just did, let me show you guys something. For those that didn't see my most recent video, for those that did, you probably know what I'm about to do. Let's go up to the harem level 2. There's a bed up here, and it's the only bed like this in the game. And it's only in harem level 2. It's always in the middle of the map. It's pretty much like a chest, but it opens up very similar to the way you would find a bed in Act 1 in a house. Just pull the sheet up and see if there's any items in there. So we're in Palace Cellar 1.
Not enough mana.
Let's jump back up here real quick. Oh, this way. Okay. Almost there. It's this big room right here. It's up in the top left corner. We're going to make our way to it real quick. Oh, I have another wild Diablo story I can share with you guys. That was definitely a life lesson that I got in trouble for, understandably so. Okay. So this... Oh, that was flawed. Nice. See this bed? There's not many... Well, there's not any other ones in the game, right? So it's very easy to mistakenly just run by it and think it's cosmetic. Like, oh, you know, just running through the harem. You can click on it like this, like a chest. Sometimes it doesn't drop anything, but look for the blanket to move. See? Ain't that crazy? Gold and a stamina potion. That was similar to Duriel. That must be Duriel's bed. Let me check chat here real quick. Yeah, there's some really neat things in here. Do you know about the hidden room in the jail? There's good folks too, Thor. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, there's some really cute games on Adopt Me. Or not Adopt Me, on Roblox. Adopt Me is one of the games on there. Thank you, Kai. I appreciate that. Yeah, there's so much to this game. So one of my big experiences when I was younger playing Diablo 2, playing hardcore, I made a build that I thought sounded cool in my head. I made a throwing barbarian. This was before expansion, just classic Diablo 2. And this is when the secret cow level was best for experience. Some people were pure, meaning they would only do CS runs. You couldn't even enter the cow level unless you killed Hell Diablo. Then they changed it to where, okay, well, you can go in there, but to create it, you still have to kill them. But you couldn't do cow level at all unless you completed it in that difficulty. I'm going somewhere with this. Where was I going with that? It was classic. Yes, okay. So I made this barbarian and I maxed out how and double throw. Because in my head I thought, how cool would it be to scare the monsters off and just throw a bunch of javelins, right? They won't touch me. I'll just keep howling and switch back and forth. The damage was dirt, but being in the secret cow level, and I was getting hooked on hardcore mode, some of the top players were bringing their alt characters in there. And back then, you didn't have to be within 2 screens to leech experience. As long as you were in the same zone, you could be on one end of the cow level to the other end. You would still share experience. They had me wait next to the low-level characters because they would get one shot by cows, right? Scare away the cows. Keep joining our games. Keep scaring the cows. And then one guy told me, he's like, are you newer? Because, like, he was complimenting my build. And I was like, a little bit. I've been playing for a bit. I'm just trying something different. And he took me in. It's so crazy to think about it now, looking back. I did a long distance call. I'd got his phone number. So we would play and talk on the phone. I'm trying to multitask. Okay, we're doing Arcane now. But I called him, and then he taught me how to play better. He shared a lot of tips with me. And then I got to play with the #1 player in Hardcore Classic at the time on US East. And that was the most populated hardcore server at the time for Diablo 2. This all sounds innocuous right now, but it got bad for me. In real life. Not like really bad, but... So we're playing. And to me, Diablo 2 is my world at the time. This is great. I'm playing with this guy that took me under his wing. He's a very skilled player. I'm learning. And now, we're about to have a 3-way conversation on the phone with the #1 player actually in the world at the time. Because out of all the servers, he was the highest level. His name was Got Skills, with a Z at the end. Got Skills. Real life name Dom. Lives in Canada. So if anybody knows where Dom is, I'd love to talk to Dom again. We were on the... and he cursed like a sailor. I'd never heard a Canadian cuss so much. I don't even know what he was mad about. It was kind of hard to understand him. He would just... we were CSing and he was ranting. But he was a really good player. He was a sorceress. We did those long-distance 3-way calls a lot that month. And then the phone bill came in. It was $300. Yeah, I got reamed for that. Understandably. I didn't know it was gonna... It's different. I mean, back then, I know some folks in here, for the younger folks, back then we didn't have cell phones. Or at least if there were cell phones out then, it wasn't like a lot of people had them. I was making these calls from my home phone. My parents' home phone. And it was just racking up the... I don't want to say minutes like cell phone. That's a bad way to put it. They were long-distance minutes. Like every minute you were on a long-distance call, it was billing you more. And I was just oblivious to it. For me, it was, hey, we're doing CS runs. We're killing Diablo. This is awesome. I love talking to these guys and doing CS runs. Yeah. Anyway, it was just making me think, you know, we were talking about, I don't want to say it's like a big life lesson, but getting scammed, things like that, learning through Diablo 2. It's fun thinking about those stories now and sharing it. At the time, it sucked when it happened. You know, it's like, hey, we need to have a talk. And it's like, what happened? You know, I have no idea. Where's this going? Why are we going to the other room? Man. I love Diablo 2. I have a lot of memories. Summoner's very easy to cook. He's a glass cannon. For those that don't know, he's the sorcerer from Diablo 1. My mercenary's holding up pretty well. Let me do a chat check real quick. Yeah, dude, phone bills. I'm seeing that now in chat. Yes. Yes, you couldn't kill Cow King. If you killed Cow King, you couldn't make it again. And you know what really sucked about that? For people that don't understand this, it may sound easy, like, oh, okay, don't kill King, no biggie. When you're in a party with someone and they kill King, you get that penalty too. And what's even worse is if they're across the screen and nobody has found King's pin yet, you don't know if they spotted it. They may have just killed King and you can't make it anymore. That sucked. You wouldn't know, in most cases, you would not know that you couldn't make the cow level until you actually went to make the cow level again and you hear, I can't. It hits you. Damn it. Someone killed the Cow King.
Faye, I feel
Sucks when that happens.
it is an honor to serve you.
People would remake their characters over that. People would also remake their characters just to play a different build. You couldn't restat back then. Oh, these are similar gloves. Lightning res or poison res? We'll go with lightning. Still not making much gold, am I? But at least we got a stealth and a leaf. Yeah, phone bills. Pump up the fireball a little bit. I got carried away, sorry, talking that my skills started racking up. We'll get one healing potion on the belt and the rest mana. Yeah, all his spells are really powerful. What's scary too is like Glacial Spike. You think you might be dodging it, but it'll still hit you. It kinda has a little more leeway. Okay. Let's see what symbol we have. Alright. What direction is it, guys? The banana symbol. Which way are we going for this? Can play this game for over 20 years. I don't think it is. I was about to say I don't think it's this way, and it is. I think that was my subconscious going check left first. I can't tell you all the patterns in order. Some of them I have memorized, like the sun, that's your very middle tune. This is a packed room. It's on player 7. No, I failed as a mercenary owner. No! Sorry, I'm not trying to overreact. Those hardcore senses. This is my first character I've played that's not hardcore in a good while. and I'll share some of that with you. The reason for that, guys, I want to do some of these fun. Look at all these ghosts. I want to do some of these fun challenges that I'm seeing folks do. I'm gonna try it and upload a video on it. I see some folks that'll do like Mephisto with no gear in hell mode, and then whatever gear they find, that'll be all the gear they get. And it's like, oh, that's cool. So like, the concept is you got to fight Mephisto naked in hell. Doing that hardcore, I thought about that. I tried it. I did like a teleporter too, and I'm like, no, this won't work. With no gear on, I can't teleport through here. And when I went back and, I won't say the person's name, but I went back and watched their video, they didn't show any footage of their teleports on the way to Mephisto. I'm like, okay, they're going to Mephisto, then taking their gear off, and just doing the kills. It's still a fun concept. You know, you're just using the gear against him, but... So I thought, I don't want to do that, though. I still want to... I forgot my mercenary. I want to fight a boss. I want to do the whole thing without gear, right? So I was like, I'll try Blood Raven in hell mode. I'll teleport to the burial grounds with no gear on. Hardcore in hell mode. And I can show you guys the footage. It's terrifying. Just her pelting at you. It's not like Mephisto where you can do the moat trick. So I'm trying Indariel now. I think that's more feasible, and allowing myself to use a Sunder Charm because I'm still going to be at negative 100 fire res with it. Let's turn it down real quick to... Let's do 3. That way we can still get a little bit of extra drop. But importantly, get to Duriel. So yeah, I'm going to do Indariel. I'll try other bosses too. If you guys have recommendations, let me know. I'll check chat here in just a moment. Wand. Anything for gold right now. That's my luck, isn't it? There's no skills on it. I just check in chat. That sounds fun. I didn't see the punch barb one, but that does sound fun. 400. Yeah. Out of country calls. I mean, it was the same thing for me. The reason it racked up so quick for me was because the first person I called was in Texas. That was all the way south. I'm in Ohio, so that's states away. And then on top of that, I did a 3-way call to Canada. So that was tough. You know, it would be nice to get a couple Tur runes in a 2-socketed helm. Just to throw the +4 to mana after each kill in there. So I'm getting a noticeable amount of mana back when I kill monsters. Leaf's nice that it at least gives +2 to mana after each kill. I think +2 mana after each kill is an underrated low-level stat.
I need mana. Not enough mana.
Did you guys ever make any clans on Diablo 2? Clans was where it was at. Especially those that beefed with each other in hardcore. There was this clan that was only recruited, they called them honor players. That's where you, like this, you solo, you run through the game yourself, you find your own gear. But then they would make a community out of it. Then they would help each other out. But they would, the leader, his name was Bird. He would go into people's games and see if they were playing solo. They were all about being PvE. It was like a wholesome guild. It was really nice. He would help out with gear. But he was respected in the community because he was one of the highest level barbarians and he was really strong. Then there was another clan that was all about PKing, and they were SZ, Souls of Zakarum. And they were nasty PKs too. They would do the dirty TP PKs, or they would just hostile you and try to track you down and kill you. It was so easy to make separate accounts on Diablo 2 back then before they did the BattleNet launcher. So I tried it. I wanted to join both clans. I was in TZ, or I'm sorry, SZ and TEB, which was the Eternal Brotherhood. So TEB was your wholesome clan, SZ was your PK clan, right? SZ was such a dirty clan. This is the PK clan, right? That if you didn't keep up with getting ears, that's all they did was PK. If they didn't think you were a good enough PK, the way they would kick you out of the clan was by PKing you. I was one of those people they tried to PK. I did survive. He threw up Hydras right next to me in the cow level. I was kicked out, but I survived. I was like, okay. Well, obviously I'm not a good PKer, but at least you didn't kill me. And for the record, I never tried to kill any TEB players. I just wanted to see what it was like living life on both sides. It was the East and West Germany of Diablo 2. I let my mercenary down again. There's some clans, I'll tell you though, that started around that time. Not at that time, that was like very early. Those were like the first couple years of Diablo 2 online. But COF came out a couple years after that, and that clan has been around since. It's really cool to see some of these clans that have been around throughout the entirety of Diablo 2 online. I remember they took a lot of flack at first. People made fun of the clan because they just recruited anyone. But I'm not going to say anything bad about them because I've had a lot of COF players be very kind.
Not enough mana.
And you need that in hardcore. It's nice to have good people. Especially when a lot of the players you'll see, if you're a regular in Hell mode, you'll start to recognize some of the same players. If you cause problems with other people, if someone has enough items or forum gold, they're either going to try to kill you or they're going to put a hit out after you. That was more common back then. I don't see it as much today, but back then it was definitely more common for ladder climbing. Like, hey, kill him so I can I can get up there easier. Oh, I see what I'm doing here. I gotta bring you out of the cube first. Now, why it destroys the side of the wall. Let me do a chat check. Hi, I've never played Sorc that easy early on compared to Paladin and Druid. How's it going, Cape? Thank you for chiming in the chat. Sorceress is very squishy early on. In fact, they are the weakest class, right, when it comes to taking hits compared to other classes while playing the game. Necromancers can be pretty squishy too, but they have the benefit of having bone armor. They can absorb some of those hits. And they have summons. Paladin, really tanky. Druid, you get your Oak Sage, or you can transform into a bear, get that extra life. Thanks for messaging, Cape. Let's stock up real quick. We're about to fight Duriel. Hopefully we don't die.
How may I help you?
Even though I'm not hardcore, I don't want you guys to see me die.
The right potion can't cure.
Does anyone here play online? Softcore or hardcore?
Good day.
Because I have characters on there If anybody ever wants to play or needs some help, I got a high level on just Lord of Destruction. I decided not to convert all my characters. Reign of the Warlock, because I made that mistake early on. I was scared of that. I just want to share that real quick. Okay, we already have my mercenary. When Lord of Destruction came out, I had some of the items that were duped. They were rare dupes. And I converted them, and they were junk in expansion. So these really valuable duped items I had just became worthless. Even the items that were decent, that weren't duped, like Twitch, the unique studded leather. I know what I'm trying to look for while multitasking, thawing potions, cold res. When Reign of the Warlock came out, I'm like, I'm not making that mistake again, even though it's been 20 years. I'm not going to just start converting characters because some of this stuff might be trash when I convert it. That wasn't really the case. Reign of the Warlock really just was more like a giant quality of life update, adding in some new items in a class. I wouldn't say it was like an overhaul on most meta items, you know. Enigma, items like that still stand tall. Okay, so yeah, cold res is up. Let's see if it
Thanks.
helps Gemelli a little bit.
Thanks.
And instead of Frost Nova on hotkey, we'll go static. Okay, piece of cake. Here we go. These Duriel never drops like this. I leave the shake on. Probably shouldn't, but it's immersive. So we got a rare amulet, a rare bone wand, a mask. The hard leather armor, that might be okay for the mercenary. These were good drops. For Duriel, these were really good drops.
I am overburdened.
Really? I can't find a wand that gives skills to save me tonight. Because, you know, they sell for more gold. Okay. Oh, what a tease. Lightning skills. But 11 to energy. And a little damage goes to mana with some rep life. That's still not bad. A little bit of strength and hit recovery. Oh, wait. He's got Dark Glow on. I forgot. We're keeping that Dark Glow on. The mask, though, however, 10 hit recovery and defense. Yeah.
I'll put that to good use.
Yeah, we'll put that on him.
I am overburdened.
See if I got room for this axe. There we go. Act 2's down.
I need mana.
Diablo and Bale have escaped me. Next time.
You know, we could always make the rune word Nader. It's a Neff and a Tur. We get the Cloak of Shadow charges. It's got okay defense. It's really like the selling point of it, and 2 to mana after each kill, but I would rather just use 2 Tur runes in a helmet. Let's sell this. A lot of the stuff isn't selling that well.
Blessings to you.
We're on player 7, 3,000, 1,000. Okay, doing a quick chat check. You just solo nowadays? Hey, Thor. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you, man. It's nice to have someone to chat to while playing the game. I don't normally stream Diablo too much, but I'm really enjoying this. I see myself doing this more. So I hope to see you again soon. Have a good rest of your night. And this is a quick way just to, instead of running across town, just throw a portal up. Now you're next to Mashif.
Greeting.
Uh-oh. Well, I defeated the purpose. I forgot to talk to Jaren. I want to check the poll real quick. We're still full screen, right? 70% of folks want to see it full screen. We'll keep it here. I agree with that, Cape.
Greet you.
I feel like that should be something we should just be able to do. Some kind of way to help command our mercenary, or even if it's just one summon, to have that ability to. Because sometimes they get stuck,
Greetings.
or they get left behind. So just to help the game in ways where it's mechanically not as good, I think it would be beneficial. Especially, also, the Necromancer is supposed to be the beacon of summoning classes, right? I think they deserve that. If we're going to be selective about it.
Greetings.
I do like the Warlock, though. I think it'd be really cool if the Summoning Druid could be better. But he already got a huge upgrade from what he used to be. It used to be you can only use one type of summon. As far as the Wolves and Bears. Ooh, Flawed Ruby and a regular Sapphire. I'm not used to these little guys ever dropping anything. That wasn't bad. See the detail here? Like the fog here? You know, we didn't have that in the original. I'm really glad they added these little touches in. Because this is what we have for Diablo 2 for the next 20 years, you know? That should sell for something. Also, we got flayers. Or fetishes. I love killing these guys. Player 7, we're doing good. We're squishy. It hurts when we take hits. But we're doing good.
I don't sense any magic about this item. Very strange.
Well, let's go ahead and grab those hit points. We're going to need it. And then we can teleport.
Good day.
Might have to talk to Kane first.
Aye.
Here we go. Act 3, honestly, has always been towards the bottom for me. I get in the mood for it sometimes. I still appreciate it. But sometimes I prefer it over Act 2. Especially if I don't have teleport and I'm running through the game. Act 3 for me gets better more towards the Kuroust Bazaar or the Flare Jungle. I think the biggest hurdle at first is getting the Spider's Eye. Splitting off between the Great Marsh and the Flare Jungle, it's big. And it reminds me, and I notice a lot of people complain about this area too, understandably. Big open areas like this in Diablo 2, just this area in specific, what I'm speaking right now, isn't really favored, right?
Mana.
And I feel like Diablo 4 is a lot of this, outside of dungeons. It's just big and open. I don't know that it's the best atmosphere and format. Diablo 2 has a nice mix. That's what's really good about TZ zones now. You can choose if you like the narrow zones or big and open. The shards were a really nice addition.
I need mana.
That's it. Well, that was quick. Teleport to the chest.
Not enough mana.
Antlers, large charm. Mephisto's gonna be nice for magic finding. Get some set items, some uniques. Speaking of, there's another thing I've realized I forgot to share in my most recent Secrets of Diablo 2 video.
I need mana.
I think I'm gonna make a part 2. There's some more things I'd like to share. Let me check the poll here. Okay. Most people still favor full screen. I think that may be the way to go then. Now, anyone that's watching right now that hasn't seen what the other version looks like, if you'd like to see me change the scene, let me know. It kind of puts Diablo 2 in a window, but it's a blue atmosphere around it, and you'll still see me in the video. So far, it seems most folks prefer full screen the way it is right now. And for many of you, I would say it's probably your first time watching me play Diablo 2 live, and I want to say thank you for watching. I will be live streaming this more.
Not enough mana.
Oh, I got stat points remaining.
Good to see you.
There we go. We got the eye, the figurine. Let's get some extra hit points.
What can I do for you?
It's strange how you have to click on them twice. Like it might take them that long. I think they expected you to go play more and then come back. There we go. Meteor is going to be nice to have. Oh, you know, I made the error, though, of not putting more points in to get to it before we get there. It's going to be in 2 levels, so I won't actually be able to get it until 25. Yeah, we're going to work our way towards it, because that's going to be nice for Mephisto. Otherwise, I'd just max out Fireball first. But whenever you moat trick him sometimes, and he goes back and forth, that can be very tedious with just Fireball. It's like half your shots will miss. Okay, this zone's done.
I need mana.
That was a quick
I
one.
need mana. Not enough mana. Not enough mana.
Great Marsh.
I need mana. 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 Not enough mana.
Oh, let's get a kill in here. Get some mana back. Well, I thought we'd have a crowd. It was one ghost. Alright, let's teleport. Is this the... No, we gotta be in the Flare Jungle. The way it was sloped, I thought we were going towards the Gibden.
I need mana. I need mana.
Thought I heard a rune drop.
Not enough mana.
See, this place is really big.
I need mana. I need mana. Not enough mana.
What shrine do we have here? Resist fire.
I need mana. I need mana.
I think we may have hit one of the dead-end areas. I think, understandably, that's why a lot of players don't like the Great Marsh. At the same time, though, there's not a lot of zones like this in Diablo 2. At this length.
Not enough mana.
And let's just verify, because that one little piece up here, I just want to make sure that's not a turn.
Not enough mana.
Okay.
I need mana. Not enough mana.
Especially without teleport.
Not enough mana.
There's a... Whoa! There's a big loop.
I need mana. 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 Not enough
I
mana.
may just fill up the inventory with more.
I need mana. Not enough mana.
Got the waypoint.
Not enough mana.
I'll do a chat real quick. And next stream, my goal is to get chat on the TV screen while I'm playing, so I can see your chats while playing. That way I won't have to check back and forth. I don't want you guys to think I'm not, or I don't want you to think I'm ignoring chat. Alright, Cape, I see you. Every D2 act is short and iconic, which makes it... That's true. That's true. I like how there's zones. It's Diablo 4, they tried something different, I'll give them that, but the open world concept, and Blizzard North was going to try that too, but I still think it would have been different than what we got. I still prefer D4 over D3, but honestly, the more they update it, the more it shows how solid the foundation is. Yeah. You know, I keep getting worried the more they update it, just because of how good this game is. And I'm like, man, they might mess it up. Hopefully we don't get like a treasure class 91. You know, now there's a select few zones.
I need mana.
Say we get new zones where the rest of them don't matter now, like the ones we're used to, unless you shard them. There's a lot that could change. But here's what I need to share. Just about everything they've done so far has been a positive. I'm happy with a lot of the updates we've got. The stash space, being able to stack runes, gems, shards, being able to terrorize different zones. Even before we had shards, it was nice that we could get level 85 zones in different places. I played classic Diablo 2. Like, I played Lord of Destruction, but I got so tired of Bale runs that I went back to classic to do CS runs with other players because it felt more challenging and rewarding. And the loot system. Rare items are just so fun to roll when it's not made up of rune words. But they brought so much more to the table in Reign of the Warlock. They really opened the game up now. And now I much prefer this over Classic. I still love Classic, but I do prefer this over it now. So much more of the game is available. So, I give them props. I'm glad they're listening to us. I'm still concerned because we got this before we knew we were getting it. But I think most of us as Diablo 2 players and veterans are just cautious because we don't want to see an amazing thing get ruined. Like they say, you don't want to mess up the Mona Lisa.
Not enough
It's been
mana.
good this long. And it is true, there's different versions. You know, you can always go back to Lord of Destruction. But the problem with that, if you're an online player, is it's gonna be dead. Not dead, but look at the very original classic Diablo 2.
I need mana.
You're only gonna find one game in Hell mode
I
on
need
ladder,
mana.
maybe
Not
two.
enough mana.
So if you don't like all the changes that are coming eventually, when you go to backtrack to Lord of Destruction, you're not going to have a full list of lobbies anymore because most players will be on the new one. Unless it's that bad to where people actually did start going back to LOD. But with what's changed now, I don't think people will. You know, I just fiddled around on my Lord of Destruction character recently, and I'm already so spoiled on being able to stack items. It feels weird having a bunch of runes in a stash tab, you know? Accidentally bought all healing potions.
Not here.
I'll get better, I say that, hopefully, at multitasking while streaming, talking and playing. It'll definitely be better when I can see your guys' chat at the same time while playing. I'm actually really excited for that. Whoa, we took some damage there. Keep a TP up just in case.
I need mana. Not enough mana.
We are in the Flare jungle, that's a good thing. Couple bars from 23. For those just popping in, I'm in normal mode. I'll show you my gear real quick. Using Leaf, got the runes off Norm Countess. I'm still using a cap from Act 1 where I just threw a Sapphire and Ruby in for some more life and mana. This was off Endariel. No, this was off Duriel. Unfortunately, it was lightning skills. Got a stealth. I made it in a breastplate so we keep all that run walk. Some rare boots. And the rest is pretty... It's trash, but it's getting us through. You can do that in normal. With most characters. Barbarians got their work cut out for them with weapons. Let's back it up here and throw some fire.
Not enough mana.
Who says we can't throw fire? I love to check socketable items. I heard a jewel. Here's the Gibden. Here we go. That's what we're looking for. Here they come. We got our level. Let's take our shake at a rare ring.
Greetings.
I always feel good about getting the strength around mage plate strength. 55. We'll keep working our way to meteor. We'll get that at 25. And let's check out the ring we're gonna get.
You have done.
Oh, well, let's wait for it.
This magic ring does mean.
Okay. The fire res is decent. Fire res 27. A little bit of life and magic damage reduction. I would have been really happy if it would have had cast rate on it. 1 demand after each kill. We're keeping that one on. We'll take this one off. Really good fire res. At least there's some benefit there. Let's clean the inventory up real quick.
Good morning.
Good morning. Doing a chat check here real quick. Yo, what's up, Ocean? How you doing? Welcome in. I'm in Act 3 right now, and I would say we're in pretty good shape. To our fire reses. Oh, every bit of it's coming from that ring. We really need some lightning res. That's the main resistance I care about. And then fire.
I need mana.
Ocean, how you doing?
Not enough mana.
Oh, this place can be so good. Hang on, let's see if we get some drops here real quick. It's got good density. And an experience shrine. It's asking for it. There's an Ith rune. Wait, is that a ruby? No, that was a key. Oh! That was close. It's soft core. I'll be alright. Reflex is kicking in. I wouldn't be this reckless if it was hardcore, though. Which is kind of bad, because I'll start spoiling myself on this. And when I go back to hardcore, no, I should be fine. My assassin's still in the top 20 hardcore assassins. 2 defined item with 2 sockets. I mean, since I'm solo self-bind now, I'm joining you guys, you fellow single players. Let me put this in here. You guys think they'll bring Mosaic back? I think they might, but I definitely think they're going to overhaul it.
Not here. I need mana. Not enough mana.
Where's the next floor? I think it's up here. Yeah. Oh, ghosts.
I need mana.
Dolls.
Not enough mana.
Yeah, we'll teleport. Unless we can find a better room. I don't want to waste this XP shrine. Okay.
Not enough mana.
That fireball's powerful. Player's 8 and we're still almost one-shotting things. It's a staple too. It's one of the original Diablo 1 skills. Satisfying to cast.
Not enough mana. I need mana. Not enough mana.
Here we go. Oh! Almost did it again. He's immune to fire. That makes sense.
Not enough mana.
Okay, let's go get some potions. The mercenary's gonna have to do the dirty work on him.
Yes.
And we'll throw a portal back up. Let's static him down.
I need mana.
Get him, Gemelli.
I need mana.
There we go. That poleaxe might be good for the mercenary. Let's make a little gold here real quick, and then we'll check it out. All right, what's that ring? 2 to life. We'll come back for it. Poleaxed, balanced knives usually give a little bit of gold. Let's see how it rolls. I'm excited to see this poleaxe. 26 to 53. That's a big difference, and it's faster.
I'll put that to good use. I'll put that to good use.
That's an upgrade.
That to good use.
Good day.
All right, we're getting a little more gold, so if I make another leaf, we're at 41,000. Now remember earlier in the stream we found a staff that had +2 to fireball on it, and that was it with 2 open sockets to make a leaf out of it. But that still costed over 50,000 gold. So even for just a +2 fireball staff, I mean, I really do think I'm going to need over 100k, just in case there's other skills on the next one we find. This leaf has no fireball bonus on it. I was eager to get one. It's got 6 firebolt, but still, fireball is double the damage. All right, guys. I think that's a good place to wrap it up here. It's been a lot of fun, a great stream. I thank you all for hanging out. I'm going to be live on Diablo 2 more often here now. So tonight was just kind of the kickoff, coming back into doing Diablo 2 live streams. If you're new here, feel free to chime in the chat. I enjoy talking with you guys. And in the next stream, I'm going to have it to where, my goal is anyway, to where I can see it, because I'm playing from my TV in this room. I'll see your chats on my TV while I'm playing, and I'll talk to you while I play, instead of having to wait a little bit in between, like when I go to town, which is kind of cool in its own way, doing like a town trip, sell some items, chat with you guys. But still, it'll be cool when I can see the chats as I'm fighting too. Thank you all so much for hanging out. If you enjoyed the stream, hitting the like button does help, and I appreciate it. And I will see you all very soon. I'll have another video out here shortly too. If you want to see some Diablo 2 secrets, I just covered those in my latest video. And that's it, guys. Let me check your message here. Very chill stream. Glad to watch, and we'll be back. Yes, I love to hear that. Thank you. Is it Lead Express? Am I saying it right? Lead Express or Lead Express? The explanations and history is great. Thank you so much. If you guys enjoy it, I'm enjoying it. I love sharing. It's fun to play and to communicate with you guys. I could go on and on. I have all night. Seriously, thank you guys. It makes me want to just jump back on here and keep playing and talking. I'm looking forward to it. It's been a great night. Well, guys, I hope you all have a great rest of your evening. If it's daytime where you're at, have a good rest of your day. And Led, got you, Led. I look forward to seeing you. You too, man. Thank you so much. Everyone, have a great rest of your night, and I